Today was a difficult video as I'm finally moving out of my house and moving over my fiance, and it was not an easy task.
I need the move.
As you can see, I did not want anything to go, but it had to, so come organize with me today.
I don't feel this tall. I don't realize how tall I am. Yo, what's up, guys? Let's just get right into the video. You're about to see some crazy transformations.
As I organize my cupboard, here I am. As I said in the beginning, I'm finally moving out of my share house. This is a very emotional time for me, doing this big move and moving with my fiance, but it's definitely a bit overdue. And I really struggled to let go of a lot of my clothes during this process. Oh god, I gotta really think about my shirts. I know, I shouldn't keep this many shirts actually.
You do have quite a few there.
I need the move. But I was not going to give up and I was going to organize this. As part of this process, I've got to go through my cupboard and get all my clothes out. I'm so sad about this. My fiance only has one wardrobe, and as you can see, I had the mother of all wardrobes in my bedroom. I'm doing this. I was here with my roommate, as you can see in the start of the video, and we were just talking the whole way through my shirts and being very strict. I'm keeping them all.
Living on in ignorance.
This is really hard.
What if you made made your piles as your tier list?
And that is an amazing idea. So that is exactly what we did. And me and my roommate, whose identity will remain undisclosed, went through and created a tier list together. As you can see, these two pants are exactly the same. I should have got rid of one, but I kept both of them. A very common theme in me making this video, but I'm very emotional. It's really difficult to go through, even as I was going through all the clothes with my roommate right there. Every single piece of clothing I had a story. That those yellow pants I had over there, that top, they all have meaning and they all have special moments that I shared with the clothes, which I know sounds strange. But I do feel like you pick up a piece of cloth and you really feel like you relived that moment where you wore that and what you did and how much fun you had. These rabbit pajamas, for example, my first Christmas at university, I got those in a Secret Santa because I used to be a rabbit breeder, so that was kind of the joke when they gave me a full set of rabbit pajamas. And I've been holding on to those for like 4 years now. I also found some things that I had lost for a while.
I was looking for those.
I've been looking for these for like a year.
There you go.
Those are actually earbuds that I got for my 21st birthday from a bunch of friends, so they were very sentimental, and I could not believe that they were just in a pocket of one of my jackets for ages, and I didn't even realize. Definitely a warning here to go when you put things back, check the pockets, make sure you don't have AirPods in it, because you never find them once you've lost them. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm doing this at the dead of night. It's probably like 12 p.m. and here I am seeing which jacket I want to keep, even though they are both exactly the same type of denim jacket. I am definitely a night owl, and there are so many times where it's been really late at night, and I felt like I haven't done anything during the day. I haven't been productive, and I've decided, you know what, I'm going to clean my room, or I'm going to go organize my cupboards, or I'm going to go tidy out my desk. And that's when I'm most productive, honestly. I put on my playlist, I listen to music, and I just sit there and I clean. I think a lot of times when you've going through a bad day and you're not very productive, those are one of the things you can do that just lift up your spirits, and especially at nighttime, when in my mind it feels like the pressure's over, the day's done. You cannot disappoint anyone, only yourself, and it's the expectations of you that you've got to go fulfill. That is when I'm there cleaning my room, feeling really good about myself. And going through all these clothes really brought back a lot of memories. This was very difficult. And to explain the process here, we are, as my roommate said, making a bit of a tier list on S tier of things I'm definitely going to keep, an A tier that I'm definitely going to keep as well, but anything that was B tier or lower got donated. And here I am grabbing things in this bag here. This was actually one that I found in my wardrobe from about a year ago, and I do recommend this strategy to people. I had put all the clothes that I wanted to donate that I felt like I didn't use into a bag, and I put it in my cupboard, and I said, if I do not touch this in a year, I'm going to donate it. And here I am like 2 years later, the bag's still there, so I didn't even look in it. I said everything that's in this bag has got to go because I've clearly not used it during this year. I've also heard a similar strategy where every time you wear something, you put it on like the left-hand side of your cupboard, and then at the end of the year, everything on the right side you have to donate because you don't use. I know that I'm definitely guilty of having clothes that I don't wear or don't use, and I'm trying so hard to reduce that and reduce all my clothes and put it into op shops. Already, every single one of my clothes that I purchased all last year was from op shops, and I was very happy about that, or hand-me-downs actually. And I want to continue that going into this year as well. I know that's hard for some people. I think it definitely does take a lot of time to work on not buying clothes and stopping being addicted to just buying clothes all the time. And whenever there's a sale, going to the sale and buying clothes. Because once you start going to op shops, you realize that you get only unique pieces that other people will never have the same copy of. You find that you get clothes that have got stories to them, you get things that are handmade as well, which are just so beautiful. And most importantly, what you see most of all is that things don't break. If it's at the op shop, it's generally very reliable and they won't break. Not to mention the money saving. I'm here in Australia, so like buying like jeans at an op shop, that's like $10. If I go into, a jean store and buy jeans, which my friend, they work at a jean store, so I do know this. They tell me that the jeans are like $150 and they tell me I can get a store and it'll only cost me $90. And I'm thinking that is insane. The amount of op shop clothes I could buy for $90 is ridiculous. So please do not fall for it. Obviously, every once in a while, buying clothes is very important, but especially when it comes to jeans, I feel like you can get one good pair of jeans and that can just last you years and years. And try and stick by that because there's so much clothes waste going to landfill. I'm definitely not an eco-girly, but I do try as much as I can to reduce my waste and try and be as eco-friendly as I can in everyday life. And this is definitely one part of my life I think I am helping, making a small individual impact. As you can see on the screen, I've been folding everything up and putting them in bags. I think this is really good because I had 6 bags and I decided if I fill up all these bags, I have 1 bag just of shirts, 1 bag just of my pants, 1 bag just of dresses, and then it will really make sure I limit how many clothes I'm allowed to actually take to my partner's house. Because like I explained earlier, they do not have a lot of storage. So this is definitely me going from a nice big cupboard down to a dresser, but I'm very happy to make that downsize for them. I do think this is always my strategy when it comes to a messy room. I put every single thing on my bed and then I start going through and making sure that's all clean and putting that away. So this really felt like it was a late night clean. Although I must say this bed method has been troublesome sometimes. You just can't finish your late night clean and then you've put all your junk on your bed and you're tired and so you just end up sleeping on it. So I'm lucky I did not do that. I did actually end up finishing this all in one day. This whole process of actually getting everything out of my cupboard and all packed up in my car and sorting this out did take a few hours, but it was nice and I was talking to my roommate, so that probably is why I was more distracted. But I know I was very behind on making sure I donated clothes, and literally every time you buy new clothes, you should be putting one in, one out. Every time you realize you haven't worn something in a while and you see in your wardrobe, you should be thinking, should I be donating this? I'm sorry about the long rant about donating clothes in op shops, but I believe really passionately about this. And here I am just moving my fiance's traditional clothes that we wear for Diwali. Mine was actually a gift from one of my friends, which I absolutely love because it's so sentimental, so I couldn't get rid of those. If you guys celebrate Diwali, let me know. Otherwise, you're missing out. It's a great festival. I forgot to mention it, but one of the bags was also a bag of jumpsuits. As you can see here, I have a lot of jumpsuits. I absolutely love jumpsuits. They're just so easy. I don't have to color coordinate, and I can have everything put together in one go. Honestly, I'm thinking about in the comments, if you guys have different ways of folding clothes, please don't come at me because I know everyone's got very different ways. I've seen like 3-second folding videos. I've watched all those videos on how to make sure all your tall boys are like horizontally laid out with all the shirts and the pants, and I actually think that is a better way to live because you can see everything. But I know myself, and I know if I went and I did that and I set myself that goal to keep it like that, I would just mess it up and I wouldn't care. 99% of my time, the clothes are not folded when they put back. They generally stay in my laundry basket for like a week, and then when I have the energy, I go through and I fold it all up, and then I finally have a nice, clean, organized which basically lasts until I need to fold up my clothes for the next day because I just take off what I wear and I don't ever put away in the cupboard. And here I am just making my dress bag here. Up until this point, all my bags were Coles bags, so this Woolworths bag is kind of a betrayal. I don't know if you guys know Coles and Woolworths, but it's kind of a competition here in Australia, but they are secretly in it together, setting their own prices and pretending they've got competition between them. But that was the last bag. We'd done everything, and here I am, these are the 2 bags for donations, and then here at the back, the 6 bags to take back home. In reality, there was about 5 bags that I ended up donating, but you can't see that because sadly I didn't keep filming. Because once I was done, I made my fiance go through all of his clothes and donate things and see if he didn't need any of his backpacks because he had like 6 backpacks, this man. It was actually very embarrassing. I'm sure you'll see this on the short, but we went and we actually filled up 2 whole bins of op shop clothes because they have the bins at the front that you can just dump all your clothes in to donate. If anyone went in later that day and realized they couldn't donate anything because we filled the bins out, I'm really sorry. But here I am attempting to create a system. As you can see, I've got all my shirts right here in the drawer, and underneath I'm sure I'm going to do like pants or something. But a little bit of system like this really helps with being able to organize things when you put stuff away. Even when I don't fold, at least if I put it back in the correct drawer, I know that's going to help me out the next day. A very important drawer for me personally is having one work related because I work so many jobs. If anyone doesn't know, I work 3 jobs and I'm a full-time uni student. I like having a drawer dedicated just to my work clothes, which is in my fiance's cupboard, but it's just got the shirt I use for my job when I work as a deli chick, and it's got the professional clothes that I wear when I go and work as a paralegal. My last job is actually that I'm a private cleaner, so sometimes I go and I clean people's homes, which I don't think people would think is true considering I'm doing this on YouTube, but here I am just giving my cat a little scratch because she had a hard day too, and I had to make sure that she gets some attention. But back to organizing, here I am making one just for my pants, and this is really great here. When it comes to cleaning, the things I wear is actually those paint stain pants that I just put in there. And just make sure I've got a pair of old sneakers that I don't mind getting dirty, and just a singlet or something easy because I'm always sweating so much. After you do a 6-hour cleaning shift on someone's house, you're down your hands and knees, and it's just not the place to wear a nice dress. I have cleaned sometimes in jumpsuits, but I think that's as far as I will go to not being comfortable when I'm cleaning. This is actually something I hide from my friends most of the time. So I'm very happy that I'm in a place where I'm confident to actually openly say I do work as a cleaner, because a lot of the time as a teenager, I would never tell anyone because I was just absolutely embarrassed. I didn't want people to imagine me there scrubbing toilets. And now here I am years later posting cleaning videos and organizational videos on YouTube and just exposing all of that. What I'm trying to say is a job's a job. Be proud that you're making money and you have the opportunity to work, and don't worry about what people think. And here's just the final tour of the cupboard. I promised it will always be organized and all the shirts will always be where the shirts are. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed just chatting with and subscribe for more content.
So this is why we make good YouTubers.